Do you know your menstrual cycle? Thank you for joining me once again. Thank you and welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time you're joining me, thank you for clicking on this video. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back, and I hope you subscribe and become part of this amazing family. Today I am going to talk about something very, very important, but I think most women take it for granted, which is the menstrual cycle. I was watching a video on YouTube, actually it was a Facebook Live, and from the comments that was going on, I realized that most people, I wouldn't say Ghanaian women because, the comments were from Ghanaian women. They lack knowledge about what the menstrual cycle is. And I feel like it is very, very, very important if you're trying for a baby to know what your menstrual cycle is. And if you're trying not to get pregnant, you also need to know what your menstrual cycle is. So knowing what your menstrual cycle is will help you plan exactly how the month is going to be for you, when you should expect to get pregnant and when you shouldn't, when your safe period is, and when you should take an emergency contraception, that is if you're not protecting yourself already, and when it is not really necessary to take it. So stay tuned, and I hope you like this video. Subscribe, comment, and give it a thumbs up. Okay, so let's get straight to the point. What is the menstrual cycle? Menstrual cycle, it starts from the first day you have your period. So let's say you have your period today. Your menstrual cycle starts today. Start counting from today up to the day before your next menstruation, let's say. You understand? So from today, that's the blood appears, to the day before the next one comes. Okay. It is not the same for everybody. It changes slightly even for everybody. So we have a short phase, which is around 21 days. We have the average, which is 28 days. And we have the long phase, which is 35 days. You know, because not everybody, we all don't have period that runs through for like 6 days. Some people after 4 days, their period stops. I know some people that even have 3 days. And some people have 6 days. Mine can go 6-7 days. So yeah, I'm one of the long ones. So if you have your period is like short days, few days, and it stops, your menstrual cycle might be shorter than somebody that goes for like 7 days. That person might have a longer menstrual cycle. And then people that fall between 4-5 days, that they can have the average ones. But even individually, you cannot have exactly 21 days or 28 days or 35 days. It varies slightly every month. Okay, so your cycle, as I said, it starts from the first day that your blood appears to the day before the next one comes, because when the next one comes, that is another cycle starts. You understand? So that is the menstrual cycle. Okay, but within the menstrual cycle, we have days that you will be safe, that you don't really need protection to like have anything intimacy with your husband or whoever it is. And there are days that if you do, you are likely to get pregnant. But the day that a woman is likely to get pregnant, or the number of days, is only one. It's only one day that a woman ovulates, and that is when the person having intimacy with a man, they can get pregnant. It's just the men that their sperm can stay in a woman for 7 days. But for a woman, it is only one day that you release an egg, that the egg releases, and then you become fertile, that you can get pregnant. But then, it can be that you have an intimacy with a man. The sperm of that man can stay in you for up to 7 days, and the day that the egg is released, boom, you get pregnant. Okay, so let's look at this again. Your fertile days, okay, as I said, your menstrual cycle starts from the day that the blood comes, and your fertile days, you also start counting from that day up to 12 to 14 days, up to 12 to 14 days. So if you have let's say 21 days, take the first 14 days, that can be your fertile day. Okay, but normally it is after your period. People can still get pregnant if they sleep with a man when they are still menstruating, because as I said, the sperm can stay in your body for up to 7 days. But the most likely days that you can get pregnant is after your period, up to the 14th day. Okay, so from the day of your period up to 14 days. So let's say the 14 days, your period lasts for like 6 days. The rest of the 14 days, how many is left? I think 8. Yeah, so that 8th day is the day, any of the day that you can ovulate and you can get pregnant. Okay, so that is the time that you really need protection if you're having any intimacy with a man. And if you're trying for a baby, that is the time that you should really expect that you can get pregnant. Okay, so after the 14-day going, I can say that is your safe period. We don't really have any safe period because, as I said, it can change slightly in your body. But that time going, especially when it is getting close to your next period, you are likely not to get pregnant when you have intimacy with a man. So you don't really need any emergency contraception. That is if you do not protect yourself or you have no other way of preventing pregnancy from occurring. Okay, but seriously, if you are not trying to have a baby, and then I would advise that you have a proper contraception in place, because emergency contraception is not really safe. As I said, it's an emergency from the name. It's not something that should be taken regularly. So you should probably go see a midwife or go to the contraception clinic and let them, they have different choices for you that you can choose from, that you can have the IUD, which is also the coil. That one, they even have types, so they will explain everything to you. You make your choice and then you go with it. But then if you don't want to do that, but you are still trying to avoid being pregnant, then you really need to know what your menstrual cycle is, know when you are safe and when you are not, and then you can actually predict when your next period will come. So as I said, if you know what your menstrual cycle is, it is likely that you can know when your period is coming, the next one, so you are not caught off guard. Avoid accidents from happening. You might be wearing your best white dress that day and then you saw yourself. But then if you know when it is coming, you can go prepared, you can come prepared, and you can be carrying pad with you or putting panty liner just in over there just to avoid any accident in case it comes. But if you don't know what your cycle is, you don't even know when it's coming, and then you are out and then it comes, and then somebody taps you, oh madam, you had an accident. That is how some of these things happening. So get to know your menstrual cycle. This is a short video. I just wanted to explain what a menstrual cycle is. If you've got any question that you want to ask, you still don't understand, pop in the comment section and I will answer you. And if you like this video, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up and like. Thank you for watching, and I'll get back to you. Bye.